today's project, actually, to scrape this out, it had some old stuff on there that was like a cement base and started peeling after a few years. So I had my son, he's scraping it all, that's all the messes. He scraped it all off except for a little piece here and a little bit here, which I'll do. Then the step here, in order to, we're going to be putting slate. So let me show you an example. We have to chip this, so when you put your slate flush like so, pretending this is a slate, you need room underneath for the mortar. So we have to take it down about ½ an inch or so. It's calling for about ¼ of an inch, but I went down a little bit more. Some areas might be just right, but once we put the cement on it and we level it, and then I'll get the tool and put the grooves in there and put the tile. I'm probably thinking of doing the sides first like so, and then I have the measurement, then I can know exactly how much to put in there. We'll see how it works tomorrow. Right now, gotta finish scraping, sorry about that, thing floating around, scraping all this stuff off, make sure it's 100% clean, and on the sides here it's all a mess. And for if you have pillars, I managed to lift that one up. It's only styrofoam. I thought it was plastic, but it's styrofoam. And this one here broke, so I'm probably gonna have to go out to Lowe's or Home Depot or one of those supply stores, see if they have similar, or just get new ones. It's not a big deal, but it's better to go with the slate underneath it. It looks like a better finish than putting it around it. It's easier too, because then if you have a gap for that, as soon as you put your molding like so, as soon as you put it down, it'll hide it underneath, so it looks like a nice finish. In places like this, we only got like a ½ an inch or so. I think it's like, yeah, ½ an inch. You can put a 3/4 inch or 1 inch or 1.5 inches, whatever space I have here piece, and it would be a lot more solid than if I was just to put that ½ inch. So it's better to lift those up. And the base here, see, if you look at the top, it's a little bit different. So it doesn't matter what I get for the bottom, as long as I get both of those the same, I'm good. Both of them at the bottom, meaning. Alright, so tomorrow morning we're gonna, because we're using this, let me show you the slate here. I can show you tomorrow, but we're using this type of slate and they're all different. So what we're gonna do is, the wife is gonna, we're gonna lay them out on the floor before cementing them in the pattern that she wants, and the colors mix and match the way she wants it. Then I'll take them out and pile them accordingly, and then I'll put them back the way she designed it, but after I put the mortar in. So I don't want to be responsible for her telling me, hey, I don't like this pattern. Let her decide. Alright, to me it doesn't really make a difference, the pattern, that's why I'm letting her decide. Alright, so that's it for today, and next part we'll be putting it on. Thanks, bye. So I've done here, as the wife helped me out, we're just laying out the pattern that we want, because they're slate, they're very different, so we make sure we got the pattern right. And what I'm going to do is, after we got the pattern the way 100% she likes it, we're going to take them out in rows and stack them in rows. So when I do the cement, I just take them in rows and put them in. And before I do that, I'm going to do all the cuts, like over here, and the cuts over here, all the pieces, and then stack them up. Just make it easier for me. Probably not what a professional will do, but I'm not a professional. My first time doing it. Alright. Okay, I apologize. I was doing this. The camera I thought was rolling. It wasn't, and I was on a time limit with the cement underneath. So what I did was I put a spacer here, over there, and that's where the tiles will go up. I'm going to slide them in there, and it's a little bit thicker so it accommodates the cement. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the riser to square it up, and then fill that in with mortar, and then cut the piece to go in between the metal and the tile here to be square. And it was easy. I just scattered. Flagstone's not going to be even, so you're going to have high and low spots and stuff. That's the beauty of it. It's not perfect. What I did was I lifted these up. I broke one over there. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but they're easy. It's just ground molding, styrofoam. So tomorrow I'll be doing the sides over here as well as the step. So I'm going to be doing all the sides all around. I just put this here because you can't step on it for 24 hours. So I'll probably start with the outside and then do the step depending what time. Okay, over there I already cut all the pieces for the sides. They're already cut, ready to go, and I'll do a material list afterwards of what I used. So basically that's it, and I apologize for not videotaping me laying them down, but basically it's not hard. It's just like laying tiles. You leave the spaces in between. Some areas going to be high or low, you just tap and fill in or put some in there. It's not that hard. Anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But overall, I'm happy with it. Alright, so we'll see you when I start doing the rest of it. That'll be, for me, it'll be tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day and the floor is all dry. I can walk on it. So what I'm doing is to establish the step here. I did a measurement from the bottom to level here, and then just to double check, if I can see this. Let me see. Anyways, you put this on here like so, and then you can use your level to determine if it's higher or low. See, right now I don't have anything in the back there, but it actually will have a slight slant forward once I put the mortar in. Obviously there's no mortar in there now, and it's hard to hold the camera in this area here, and so I'm gonna make that basically and try to make this level like so, and that's how I established the height for the front piece here. Where am I? There. The height for the front piece here, and that's it. And if you have to make it slightly shorter, because you can always butt up a little piece of mortar underneath to lift it up. It's better to be a little bit shorter than higher. It'll be a lot easier to work with that way. So I've cut the pieces down to size. For this step here, I went with 6 inches in the front and 6 on top, so it worked out about even. Okay, let me mix the cement, and mixing the cement for this here, the instructions are on the bag. Different products, I guess, different things, so it's better, I suggest that you read the labels and how to mix it. I used the all-purpose indoor-outdoor cement, which was recommended for outside, but there's a lot of products out there, so you can do a little bit of research. I just asked the person at Lowe's. That was just simple enough. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is here, I cut the pieces. Now I'm just going to measure so it overhangs on either side. Over here, I want it to overhang a little bit, so when I put the piece in behind, you won't see it. So if you can picture, let's see if I can do it here. Let's see. Okay, so this is the edge here. So what I'll do is I'll bring that out like so. So when I do put the piece in behind here, you're not going to see the face of it. It'll be hidden by this. Okay, and then from the cuts from this, I should have enough to fill in these little spots. Okay. And you'll need a saw for this. I bought over here it's Canadian Tire. You can get them Lowe's, you can get them anywhere. It's a wet saw for tiles. It does the job for this. I also have a quick cut, but I found I didn't need to use it. Just a little table saw, wet saw was fine.